YouTube family, what's good? What's good, y'all? What's good? Today's agenda. Let y'all jump in. Give the notifications a time to go out. Yo, what's good? What's good, YouTube family? What's goody? What's goody? Yo, we live. Let's get this Sunday real talk popping. Hiya. What's up? Good day. Good day. Good day. Lewis, my guy, what's good, family? What's goody? Now, what you using over there these days? You still on Reason over there? What you cooking up with? Nicholas, what's good? Donnie, Shaq, 14-foot box truck, trying to make some money. Oh, that might be a little tough right there. 14-footer, 16-foot. I might have been able to shoot you some info on that, on where to make some money out of that truck, but 14-foot may be a little rough. Mel, Mike, what's good? Robert, good day. First time in the box with the box truck. All right. Shout out to everybody that done tapped in so far. Shout out to y'all. All right. Dino, Brent, Irvin, what's good? How's business? How's business for everybody? Mansa, Deshaun, what's good? Mike said, was it hard for me to put the Clippers down? After 28 years? No, sir. Was not hard for me to put them things down. I've been doing that thing a long time, brother. He said, do I hate Amazon like he do right now? Oh, man, do I hate Amazon? Huh? Well, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Amazon. My score is back to 100%, but I hate the rates that are in the area on the load board right now. Yes, I do not like the rates that they have right now. So something Amazon started doing since I was gone, and then when I came back and started seeing the loads populate back on the load board for me, I started seeing Amazon, what they've been doing is bundling up the loads, like loads that were just one stop. They've been bundling like 2 or 3 of those loads in the same area and making them putting them out there at a lower rate. And I don't like that. Of course, I definitely wouldn't like that because it's more work. Yeah, they're being very, very cheap now with their rates. I know why they're doing it. I know why they're doing it. Is because a lot of people are getting new authorities, and Amazon is taking super advantage of that. They're being cheap because y'all guys keep taking these loads. With Amazon, they're just throwing loads out there. They're making them 4 stops and not paying a lot of money for those stops. It's like too much work. That's right. The video content is king, Lou. For sure. Dino says, how many miles was your first truck again? Trying to figure out a good mileage to look at. My first truck has 500, like 500 and, it had about 500,000 miles on that truck already. But now that same truck is ready for another 500,000 miles. A trucking course. Do you know of a good box truck or truck would take for someone just getting in the biz? Bro, Mel, this for you. I'm about to share this for you right here, Mel. There you go. I just dropped this a couple days ago. See that link scrolling at the bottom of the banner? That's my course. I just released this course a couple of days ago. I believe it's been a couple of days, a few days ago now. Yeah, so you can check out that link right there. So anyone heard that Amazon is now requiring at least 90 days old on authority before being able? No, sir, that is not correct. Amazon is not. You do not have to have 90 days authority to run with Amazon Relay. Amazon Relay is welcoming new authorities so that they can give you these cheap rates that are on the load board most times now. And so that you could run them because you're so excited to get in the game that you're willing to run those rates that they have out there. Yeah, Amazon is on one right now. They're on one right now. I saw a load earlier today. I sat there and I was debating. I was like, I ran this load a couple weeks ago with Amazon. It paid $355. It's only 90 something miles, but it was only one stop to the post office. As a matter of fact, that's where my DEF started acting up on my truck. That load paid me $355, right? So I seen the same load come out with another stop added to it for less money earlier today. I just sat there and looked at that load. I said, I refuse. I'm not running it. Lo and behold, someone did take it. What you won't take, someone else will. So yes, someone did take that load, but I was not about to take it because I knew I ran that load just one stop, and I was able to pick up my load in Charlotte and drop that one load off early. But now they added an additional stop on that load, and that post office opens. The second stop opens way later. So I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. If I was to run it, I want to go pick it up and drop it right off. I don't want to come home like I used to do, come home with the load, get some rest, get up, then take it to the post office. Now I decided I didn't feel like doing that. I don't know. I have so many options now that I just don't have to do that anymore, you know, as opposed to when I first started. Would I recommend the Amazon Relay route to get acclimated in the business? Yeah, I would recommend it because really when you first get started, you're probably gonna have a little bit of a time dealing with a lot of brokers. There are brokers that will let you run your freight, run their freight, having a new authority. As a matter of fact, in the course, not trying to plug the course again, but if I'm gonna plug my course, I put 50 brokers that will work with new authorities, a list of 50 brokers that will work with new authorities in the course. But yes, I would recommend Amazon because they don't give you a hassle when you first get your authority, and they will let you start moving, their loads. So I mean, they're not paying the best rates right now, unless you post your truck and then you tell them how much you would like to make on a posted truck order. Then yes, you probably will make more money posting your truck versus running what's on Amazon's load board. But and again, that all depends on what city you're in, because some cities rates with Amazon are paying better than a lot of other cities. So I won't say all cities Amazon rates are bad, but in my area, they're not the best. You may catch one or two that may pop up that may be paying okay. So if you can catch them like that, then you'll be good. Yes, I talk about that in the course. Absolutely. I'll talk about that in the course. I'm gonna drop the link right here in the chat right here for you. Yeah, that's the link to the course. Yeah, so so I have an LLC for my business. I have an LLC. Says, was I worried about were you worried to start with the 500,000 mile truck? Well, it's kind of like a yes and no answer. For the price I paid for the truck, I wasn't as worried about it, about the miles, because I do understand when trucks are well maintained. Of course, you're gonna have some things go wrong eventually with the truck, but it wasn't anything major going on with the truck. Plus, when I did get it, I took it immediately. It got a preventive maintenance check on the truck, which is called a P&M. I got that done. I got the DOT inspection done. It passed all those tests. Everything came back cool. So I felt a lot better. I did not have a warranty on that first truck when I purchased it. So, but I was just gonna make it do what it do. I just decided to take a chance, and the chance worked out well for me. Well, what I would recommend, if you do buy a truck with mileage like that, like my truck right now, the same truck, if someone were to purchase that truck from me right now, they have they would have a warranty on that truck. Like I got 11 months left on that engine overhaul that I had done. I have 11 months left on that engine. So they would have a warranty, even though it has the block before that had 500 something thousand miles on it, but it has a warranty. So you're good to go. With a warranty, you're good. It's ready for another 500,000 right now. So if I had to put a price on it, which I do got a price on it somewhere, I'm gonna need about 30 large for that truck right there, man. With the warranty. The warranty is transferable. That's a YouTube subscriber rate price right there. But yes, Sasha, I hope I said it right. I have an LLC set up. It's Sunday, man. Football must be on right now. I don't know. I'm not watching football right this second, but I'm sure it may be on. Shout out to my Cowboys. We got beat up already. Our first game, we got beat up. But what's good? What's good? How's business? Midwest Ohio market. I heard that it's pretty good. Just double checking. Yes. Listen, like I said in previous videos, Midwest, it's money out there. It's always freight moving in the Midwest. Always freight moving out there. I have no issues when it comes to moving freight from let's say North Carolina all the way out to Minnesota, Minneapolis, all the way out there from West Virginia, Ohio, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee. Freight moves all the way through there. I have no issues moving freight through there. The market in Mississippi, Jackson area, Mississippi, Jackson area, for who? For freight period, or are you talking about like for Amazon? Wait, my Cowboys winning right now? I didn't even know we was playing, man. I can't get caught up into them Cowboys, man. I be done My blood pressure be done went up watching the Cowboys. They have my pressure rising. I see we winning right now though. Second quarter. I'll look at the score on my phone. That's what's up, Mel. Look, I see you on the inside, bro. Richmond, Virginia, Amazon Relay, huh? Let me take a peek. Let me take a peek at Richmond. Richmond, VA. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. Let me see. Let's peek. Let's peek at it. That's Richmond right there. 5 loads on the board for Richmond. You see the rates, right? $2.55. CRC went up there for $3.31. So yeah, guess the rate's not too bad. Got one for $3.52. Got one for $3.31. Not too bad. Don't look too crazy. So that ain't too bad. It's not too bad out there. Said Ohio. Mel, let's see what Ohio talking about. Let's check them out. We'll check them out. Oh, what part of Ohio though? What part of Ohio? What part of Ohio are we talking about? Ohio City, Warren, Ohio. I've been out to Warren, Ohio a couple times, moving freight. Here come all the cities. See y'all about to hit me with all the cities now. Here we go. Here we go. Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's see what Cincinnati talking about. Cincinnati, Ohio. There you go. Got 113 loads on the load board out there. So let me see. I'm gonna show you what I don't like though. You see the loads right here, right? It's 113 loads out there in Cincinnati, Ohio on the load board right now, right? But what I don't like, this is what I don't like about Amazon. Just keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're getting $2.65 a mile, right? This whole trip is gonna be 156 miles. But you got 5 stops you gotta hit. You got 5 stops. I mean, if you don't mind doing these stops like this, then you know it's cool for you. But you gotta go from pick up. You gotta load your truck up in Hebron, Kentucky. This is Ohio now, which is 12 miles a day ahead for you. I guess that's not far at all. But you gotta go to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's your first stop. Second stop is in Indianapolis again, Indiana. It's another post office. Then you go into Zionsville, Indianapolis. Then you go into Lebanon, Indianapolis. Right? And this is from Cincinnati, Ohio. So I guess everything is really close by there, but you know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 stops you got to make. You got 4 stops you got to make. So this is what I want you to think about when you're running that many stops with Amazon. It's only going to take one of those stops for something to go wrong for you to mess up your score with Amazon. That's the nonsense I don't like. If one of those post offices are not open and you get on the phone with the ROC team, the ROC team is going to tell you, okay, well, we made the phone call. Let's say somebody doesn't pick up at the post office, they're not picking up. They're going to tell you to go to your next stop. Mind you, you already have, when you get to that stop, you're going to have to remove that load that you didn't drop off at that post office off the truck first. You're on a time limit. Remember that. You're on a time limit when you get to this other post office. So now you got to take their freight off. If it's one of the post offices where they want you to bring the freight inside of the post office, you got to bring the freight in there, right? Then you got to come back out and load the freight up that you just didn't drop off at the other post office because that was what you had loaded on the truck at the back of your truck. So now you got to put that back, then jump back in the truck and go to your next stop. You got 3 more stops you got to hit after you just left that post office. And then Amazon will tell you to come back. See if you can come back to the other post office when they open after you hit your other stops. I don't know about y'all, but that's too much for me. That's a little too much work for what they're paying. That's too much. And they did this to my driver one time and asked me, did I get paid more money for that, for him having to go back to that post office 45 minutes away? No, I did not get paid no more money. They didn't pay me no more money for that. We didn't even have a conversation about it. I emailed them and never got a response back. So I'm just keeping it 1,000 with y'all, so y'all know what you know, some of the things that you can look for. All right, so let me go back up here. So y'all see that right there? Y'all see that? Y'all see how that load went up? The money went up on that when you let these loads sit sometimes. See that highlighted green? That just means they up the number. They up the number on that load right there. When you see a highlight green like that. Now somebody may jump on that one because it's paying $4.41 $441 now. So you gotta pay attention to that when you running with running this Amazon freight, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna look up Akron, Cleveland right now. Akron, Cleveland. Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio. Let's see what's Akron, Ohio. It's probably the same, probably gonna be the same thing. So we're looking at 95 loads popped up on the load board in that area. But as you can see here, you see this? See what I say about different cities? Different cities, if the rates are different. See that $4.58 a mile? See, it's gonna be different depending on the state that you live in. Some states you're gonna eat better than other states. It's just like that. Depends on the demand in that state and how booming things are. Amazon may pay better. That's why I said Amazon pays better in certain cities, certain areas, you know, certain cities and states. $4.58 a mile for this load right here. And it's only one stop. One stop. I'll jump on that load super quick. I'll take that. That's a load that I'll take right there. You see what I'm saying? We're going from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Morgantown, West Virginia. It's only 76 miles, but it's only 87 miles a deadhead. So I do these deadhead runs all the time when I'm going to Charlotte to pick up a load, but most of those times I'm bringing the load back to my city. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing the load back home. So I'll go pick it up to 80-something miles. I don't have a problem doing that. But that load's paying $4.58 a mile. See what I'm saying? But here's the thing. When you see loads paying like this, especially out here in Akron, Ohio, if you posted your truck for like $6 a mile, you're probably going to eat way better. If you did a posted truck order for $6 a mile, you'll probably catch some of these same loads, but it's going to pay you more money versus catching it off the load board. That's a tip. That's a quick tip I just hit you with. I just hit you with a quick jewel just now. Pay attention. All right. So that's Akron, Ohio. They got 95 loads out there. I talk about this stuff in the course, though. I talk about the same stuff in the course. but I go a little more in depth, especially with the posted truck orders, because you can post a truck and take a loss. That's a possibility too. Let's do McKinney, Texas. Rollo. I'm gonna pull this one up for you. McKinney, Texas. What's out there? Goose egg for McKinney, Texas. It's a goose egg right now, man. Nada. Nada. Let's check B-more. Baltimore. Let's check Baltimore. Baltimore, Ohio. I mean, I'm talking about Baltimore, Ohio. Baltimore, Maryland. I'm tripping right now. I didn't even know it was a Baltimore, Ohio, but it is. So Baltimore, Maryland, we got 28 loads showing up out there. 28 loads showing up out there. You see what the rates are out there. You see the stops. See the rates. I think I did Cincinnati. Did I do so? I think I did Cincinnati already. Like most of them is gonna pop up similar. Like Cincinnati, I think I just did that. I want to overdo it. Yeah, I did. I did that Cincinnati one. 114 loads out there. 114. What's Florida looking like? Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. No loads in Tampa, Florida right now. There's nothing out there. I'm gonna do a 150-mile radius though. Still nothing within 150-mile radius in Tampa. Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi. No, that's Michigan. Let me see, Mississippi. There you go. There you go. Jackson, Mississippi. 6 loads showing up on the load board right now. 6 loads showing up for Jackson, Mississippi right now. You feel me? All right. Let's talk about it. All right. That's what's in Jackson right there. Chicago. One of my favorites. Chicago, Ellie. Chicago, Ellie. Let's go. Chicago got 190 loads showing up out there. 190 loads showing up in the Chi-Town. That freight be moving out there, even Amazon. You know, see that? $3.87 a mile. And most of these are not a lot of stops. You got a good bit out here with that don't have a lot of stops on them. It's not bad. It's not super bad. What we got? Long Island. Long Island, New York. Long Island. Bethpage, Long Island. That's what you're looking like. Bethpage, Long Island, New York. That's the closest. Looking at 260 loads on the load board out that way. So all the deadhead though. Look at that deadhead. You got some down there 63 miles away. Wallingford, Connecticut. It's not too far from you. 60-something miles. You got New Jersey popping up for you. Yeah, so that's in CT. Oh, not CT, but New York. Chicago did that. Mel Glenn says, so what boards do you use to get the best prices? Truck stop, DAT load board. Got a couple that I don't really talk about on YouTube. They're in the course. I do give a lot away for free, but couple of big hitters I don't talk about on YouTube too much. No, actually not at all. For sure. S Cup, new trucking. What's up? What's up? I see you. I see you. Yeah, I'm gonna post this up on the channel, bro. I'm gonna lead this one up. So how do you post your truck loads? Where at? Depends on. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I'm getting into questions now. Hold on. Augusta, Georgia. I'm gonna get y'all right in a second. Hold on. Let me pull up Augusta real quick. Augusta been popping up lately. Here, Augusta, Georgia, right now. So closest thing right now out there in Augusta, y'all see right now only one load is popping up, but that's picking up in Atlanta. It's 146 miles away from Augusta. You're welcome, S Cup. New Orleans. New Orleans. 6 loads popping up for New Orleans right now. Closest thing is in Alabama. That's the closest right now. There's probably more that'll pop up, but it's Sunday. The loads don't usually hit the load board like in bulk until like something Wednesday, between Wednesday and Friday, depending on what city you live in, state you live in. Boston, Mass. Let's see what we got out in Boston. 259 loads popping up out there in Boston. 259 loads. But look at the rates though. Look at them rates. Look at the rates and look at how many stops you got on some of these loads. Man, they working. They working them up there. They are working them up there. They are working them up there. You got 3 stops. I don't know. It depends. Sometimes it just depends on what quota you need to be at, like for the week. A lot of times that depends on the quota you need to be at for the week. What do you need to be good? What's, you know what I'm saying? Where do you need to be at profit wise on your truck after gas and other expenses? You know, if you were running Amazon freight. And it depends on how much you have tied up into your truck, you know, as far as truck payment, insurance, things of that nature. It just depends on where you need to be at when you're looking at these rates that they have up here. You're like, what's going to make the most sense for your truck and your business? You know, some of these rates might be fine for some people. You know, you might have a truck that's paid for, and all you have is an insurance that you're paying, you know, and gas. You know, so this may be okay for some people. Okay, so that's Boston, Mass. Let's go to the next. Los Angeles. I don't think I ever really see too much good come out there in Los Angeles. Let's see what pops up. That's Los Angeles right there. Got 56 loads popping up for LA. Easy does it. 56 loads popping up for LA right there. Let me turn this refresh off. This refresh is wearing me out right here. Let's pause that refresh. Yeah, so that's the loads out there. Jacksonville. See what's popping in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. That's what we got for Jacksonville. Nada. Nada. Nothing popping up for Jacksonville, man. No bueno. Harlem. Harlem on the rise. We ain't got no problems with these guys. Harlem, NY. Why Harlem ain't popping up? Harlem, New York. Bro, I don't see nothing popping up for Harlem. I don't even see Harlem, New York popping up. Let me do New York, New York. That may be better. That's closer to Harlem. Let's do New York, New York. New York, New York. 108 loads. Lancaster, New York. Right, Buffalo. I don't know if that's Buffalo or not, but above 5. So you got 108 loads popping up close to Harlem. Don't have too much deadhead either on some of these loads. There's Jersey right there, you know. But why look at them rates? Pay attention to those rates right there, y'all. Pay attention to the rates. $3.04 a mile, $3.38, $4.10 on this one. It's $4.10 a mile, but look how many stops you got. You got 4 stops. Well, it's pick up and 4 to drop off. 4 post offices you're gonna have to hit. You're gonna work. You're gonna work for that $4.10 a mile right there. I promise you. All right. We got Harlem, Raleigh. Let's do Raleigh. Raleigh, North Khaki. I just passed through Raleigh yesterday. Raleigh, there you go. 14 loads popping up for Raleigh right now. You see the rates. That's about what the rates are looking like in my area right now, out here in Columbia, Charlotte area. It's about what we're looking like. Same rates. Paducah, Kentucky. Well, I never heard of Paducah, Kentucky. Paducah, Kentucky. Paducah, Kentucky. There you go. Paducah, Kentucky. There you go, right there. Got a lot of stuff coming out of Tennessee. See those rates got $4.16 a mile on one of those. Let's see what's the closest. You hitting 100 something in deadhead in most of these trips though. It's a little minute away from you. You got a couple hours ride to even pick up a load. So yeah, that's Paducah. Dallas, I got you coming up. I see you up there. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, Arizona. See what we're looking like. Tucson, Arizona. 19 loads popping up for Tucson, Arizona right now. 19 loads, y'all. 19. Look at the rates. Rates not bad. You look like you don't have to go too far. $4.47. You're only going 53 miles. Got a couple of stops on that one. Yeah. Oh, that's close. Yeah. Ooh, that's a ride right there. 348 miles. Look at that, $1.96 a mile. Come on, Amazon, stop playing. Who about to drive 348 miles for $1.96? If you don't live here, I wouldn't do it. If you don't live in Bueno Park, wherever that's at, California. All right. Yeah, I know Augusta just got a new facility out there. Said that I'd be cool using 26 foot, 20,000. You got that view for Amazon? Yeah, you'll be good. Young Gax, young Ox. Hope I said it right. Was Sasha asked why I went with the LLC instead of S corp. LLC has just kind of been a little more standard for me. You know, I have a couple LLCs, and I'm just more familiar with the LLC setup. I'm trying to get to some of these questions. Would I be cool using a 26-foot 20,000 GVR for Amazon? Yeah, absolutely. You would. Yep. Long as it's dock height, make sure that truck is dock height. Yeah, 20,000. As long as it's under 26,000 pounds GVRW, you good. Cookie Money said, would I get more loads if I had air ride suspension instead of leaf springs? I heard some brokers and shippers request air ride. Yeah, so I wouldn't say you would get more money if you have air ride, but it's just an extra feature that you would have if the broker requested, if the shipper requested a truck that has air ride, you know what I'm saying? That puts you ahead of other people that don't have air ride. But I have air ride on one of my trucks, and my other truck, I don't have air ride. It's got springs on that one. V Man, what's up? I see you. Raleigh in the building. Well, you might have missed Louisville, bro. I think we just did I just did Louisville. I'm pull it up one more time. Louisville, Kentucky. Here we go. 123 loads popping up in that area. But look at the deadhead. Always pay attention to this deadhead over here. 80 miles, 82 miles, 80. Yeah, 75. 75 miles of deadhead. So it looked like 75 is about the closest facility as far as picking up out that way. You see the rates. You see some of the stops. This one got 5 stops on it. $2.65 a mile. Yep. All right. So we did Louisville. We did Jacksonville. Greensboro. I always get Greensboro. I don't think it'd be much out there in Greensboro, to be honest with you. It's going to pick up Raleigh, Durham, or Charlotte every time. 9 loads right now for Greensboro. 9 loads. You got about 56 miles to ride before you can even touch an Amazon load. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Is LA a bad market for box trucks? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about LA, like that whole side over there. I'm not too familiar with that area. Like, I don't want to say that it is when it might not be. I see loads going out that way all the time, but I'm never driving nothing to California. keep it 1,000 with you. I'm not driving nothing to California. That's too far for my blood. Just bought my truck. Can you check Cleveland? I did Cleveland already. I already did Cleveland. I remember the ones that I do. You're going to have to catch the replay to see it again. Cleveland, Ohio. That's it. 154 loads for Cleveland, Ohio, brother. 154 loads. Look at that one. Paying $7.42 a mile. Right there. $7.42 a mile. 109 miles to pick it up. But it's only going 39 miles total on this trip. You got 2 stops. 2 stops. That's different. picking up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, taking it to Weirton, West Virginia, and then Mingo Junction, Ohio. Total $290 paying for only 39 miles. Would I take it? It all depends. $7.42 sounds like a lot of money a mile, but it's not going that far. I had a load paying $16 out of Charlotte, but guess what? $16 a mile, but with Amazon on a postal truck order. But guess what? It wasn't going that far. It was going like 20-something miles away, and it was only $160. But I had to drive from Columbia to go get it. That's why a postal truck can jam you up. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you post your truck on there. And if you turn it down, it's gonna mess up your score once they select your truck. If they pick your truck off a postal truck order, and you cancel that postal truck, they're gonna jam your score up. All right, so we did that. Any more OTR vlogs and breakdowns to come soon? Yep. Don, what's good with you? I see you. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna do some more OTR vlogs. Remember, my truck that I take OTR, that I do OTR with, hopefully they call me tomorrow. My truck will be ready. But as soon as I get that truck back, I'm back in the wind, man. I'm back in the wind. So I still have my other truck. I still have my other truck, but the box on that is a little shorter on that one. So Thomas McLean said there's a lot of loads in Cali. He said he'd been there. So yeah, I guess the market is looking okay out there in Cali. Oklahoma. Like, I'm trying to get to a lot of these requests up here, the ones that I can get to. But I'm gonna give you a little tip, because there's a lot going on in this chat. I'm trying to see the loads. There's a super chat available on here too, so I can really see what you post up here. So I can really see your comment. Just give you a heads up. There's a super chat up here. All right, there's a super chat feature. So if I don't see you and I'm scrolling through, super chat just makes it a little more brighter for me to see. You feel me? Police videos. Just need everyone to buckle up. I see you up there. Yeah, make sure y'all buckling up in them trucks, man. Yeah, but I will be doing some more over the road vlogs for sure. Once my truck gets ready, once they say my truck is ready, I'm back in there. I'm a cam up, and we back in there. We back rolling again. So an estimate on how much startup costs could be to start a trucking business with renting a truck. I can't tell you nothing about renting a truck because I never rented a truck. Check CEO Caleb. I know he rented a truck. He got an entire breakdown video on YouTube because he rented a truck and he went over the road in that rental truck. I think he did maybe like 7,000. I forgot what his actual gross, not his gross, but his net was after that. Twinsboro, Jersey always popping down. There's always loads out there in Jersey. I can tell you that right off the rip. New Jersey. I'm gonna do New Jersey, because I don't know which part of New Jersey. But it's 58 loads out in New Jersey right now. So urban, the furthest I would go deadhead, it depends on where I'm going. A lot of factors. I look at a lot of factors when I'm considering deadhead miles, right? So I have my deadhead set to 150. So if I'm looking at going over the road for a load and the deadhead miles is in the direction that I'm going to take to drop the load off in, then I don't mind doing 150 miles a day ahead to pick up a load, depending on what it's paying. But I also try to negotiate and factor that in the rate that I negotiate with the broker when I look at my day ahead miles. You know, so if it's something bringing me home, you know, I'm gonna negotiate a little differently. Or if it's something taking me away from the load, I'm gonna negotiate a little differently. You feel me? So, but with Amazon, as far as day ahead, me personally, I'm not deadheaded no more than like 90 miles to pick up a load for Amazon. No more than 90 miles, because most of my loads, if they don't get picked up here locally, which there's a facility 4 miles away from me, if I don't pick them up here, I usually have to go to Charlotte to pick up my loads, and I have to deadhead about 85, 90 miles, depending on which facility I go to in Charlotte. But most of those loads bring me back home. So I don't go take a load with Amazon and I go further into North Carolina. I only get loads that'll bring me back to South Carolina, bring me back home with the Amazon load when I have to deadhead. If that answers your question. Appreciate that, Mel. Absolutely, absolutely. What part of Oklahoma, according to the Flesh Romans? What part of Oklahoma we looking for? Yeah, I'm definitely getting back on the road. That's a for sure. That's a for sure. Fredericksburg, Virginia. Let's check out Fredericksburg, Virginia. Fredericksburg, Virginia. Fredericksburg, Virginia. We're looking at 22 loads are popping up out there. Always pay attention to the deadhead when you look at, when you look at this load board. So you'll know how far the loads are from where your location is at. Fredericksburg, Virginia. So 39 miles. But look at the rates. Pay attention to those rates. $2.49 a mile for 4 stops on this load. Well, 5 including where you're picking it up from. $2.49 a mile, $263. That's a lot of work for $263. I'm just keep it 1,000 with you. Keep it all the way 1,000 with you. It's a lot of work. Amazon gonna work you. They're gonna work you. Any loads that are, well, I'm looking at this load right here. So this is not a postal route right here. Right? So this is facility to facility. So this could possibly be a load where they're loading your truck and they may be unloading your truck at the other facility. Or you could be unloading your truck at the other facility. So it just depends. It just depends. Anytime you see that PX and some numbers, that's the post office. PX and numbers, all that's post office routes. But when you see these short numbers like this, PIT9, that's a facility. That's one of their distribution centers. So you're going from BWI4 to PIT9, Imperial. That's in Pennsylvania. But look how long that ride is, 239 miles. That's like me going to Atlanta. Atlanta about 200 or something miles from me though. All right, so we got Fredericksburg, Virginia, Davenport, Florida. Davenport, Florida. Florida don't really be popping with like that much. Some of these cities I be checking in Florida, I rarely see loads popping up out there. I know it's usually loads that's popping up in Jacksonville, Florida. I had another guy that hit me up. We did a consultation call. He was booming out in Florida. I forgot which part of Florida he was in, but he was making some money out there in Florida. But Davenport, Florida, we got goose egg for them. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here we go. There you go. Look at that load right there. Look at that load. 478 miles for $2.35 a mile. It's paying $1,124. Now remember, this is one way. So you got to take into account if you decide to run a load like that. So if I was doing a load like this one up here at the top, if I was going from Oklahoma City to, because this is facility to facility. So I know I don't have to really touch too much freight with this load right here, right? With Amazon. So if I was doing over the road, I would probably, if I was in Oklahoma, I would snatch this up, take this to Memphis, Tennessee. Then I get on the other load boards and I start looking for me another load to get me out of Memphis, Tennessee. So I would snatch up a load like that for $2.35 a mile with Amazon because it's going from facility to facility. See, that's how I would game plan that thing. Cisco, what's up, fam? That's how I would game plan that right there. I would probably run that if I was trying to get out of Oklahoma City, because Memphis, Tennessee starts bringing me back towards my area. I'll snatch that $2.35 up a mile. I'll take that. I'll grab that from Amazon for sure. And you know you're gonna burn your clock up. You see that right there? It's not exactly a whole 10 hours, but it says 10 hours and 31 minutes for that ride right there. So that's Tulsa, Oklahoma. 10 loads popping up out there. All right, what else we got up here? In the Phoenix, Arizona, HMI Authority, 60 to 90 days. Plan on going OTR. Not sure if I would love the truck and going to rent initially. Your thoughts on renting and the 60 or 90 days best. If you had 90 days with your authority, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't have no problem booking loads. 60 days, you really shouldn't have a problem, but you may run into a broker here or two that say, you know, you need to be active at least 90 days. Some brokers 6 months. Just depends on the broker. But like I said in the course, I do have a list of 50 brokers that will work with brand new authorities. 50 brokers that will work with brand new authorities. Let's see here. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. There you go. There you go. 9 loads are showing up right now. 11 miles a day ahead. That's not too far to drive, but good Lord. They got a lot of post offices out that way, buddy. 6 stops. Well, 5 stops. 4. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot of work right there, bro. You're gonna be sweating running those loads. I promise you that. You're definitely gonna be sweating running those loads right there. Yeah, my first truck rolling. My first truck back rolling, brother. Get well, brother. Get well. Get well. Scranton, South Carolina. S Cup. Not S Cup. I mean Eugene. You looking for Scranton? Scranton what? I know it's a Scranton, South Carolina. I don't know what Scranton you talking about. Got to be more specific. Yeah, I used my Capital on Tap credit card one time. I used it once. Yep, I have used that card already. Nope, haven't found a box for my first truck. Actually, I found a couple of boxes, but they're like One of them, they want 15 grand for one box, and then they want 21 for the other box. These are brand new boxes, and that's the installed price. They want 21 grand for a 26 box, just for the box. Brand new box. They're getting them in next month. Company out of Florida. Yeah, they want that bread for them boxes, man, just for the box. Reading in Pennsylvania. Reading, Pennsylvania. Let's check out Reading. Reading, PA. What we looking like? 45 loads popping up out there in Reading right now. 45. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to everybody on live with me. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Canada in the building. What's good, Trini, the trucker? What's good with you? So right now, Reading got 45 loads. Look at that, $6.67 a mile. Man, you better go grab this load right here. It's 71 miles away from you, though. It's only going 46 miles once you do get it. That's from facility to facility. That's not even a postal route right there. That's an easy run right there. Easy. I call that easy money right there. When you ain't got to be pulling out that pallet jack and pulling stuff off that truck, it's easy money right there. There's another one 14 miles away. This is facility to facility. Y'all got a lot of facility loads out there, man. See that time? 16:15. And this is tomorrow, too. This is tomorrow. See that? You can book a few days out right here. You can book a few loads out for the week right here. See, this is how the loads used to pop up for us here. We used to see, like, maybe 6 months ago, I used to see like loads pop up, like 200 loads pop up. I'm booking out my schedule for next week. I'm already set. I already got $2,500, $3,000 booked for next week. But I'm still home too. You know what I'm saying? That was keeping me home. So I was excited about that. You know, I didn't have to drive over the road and stuff. And then my authority was new. So I didn't even have to really have to deal with brokers like that. I was just dealing with Amazon. But my load board the load board here don't even look like this no more. I might see 17, 15 loads pop up. And they all trash. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. They all trash. The loads don't be looking good at all. Unless I catch one of those last minute loads that need to be moved with Amazon. For real, they haven't been looking great lately. So I kind of know somebody around here has I know somebody around here has contracts with Amazon, because I heard that their insurance had lapsed because a load that was going from that usually is here in Columbia. The load only goes 7 miles from Columbia to Columbia, and it pays like $230 some. Like two of my partners that I know, they hit me up like, "Yo, you seen them loads on the load board? The ones we used to see, they popped up." I'm like, yeah, I didn't see. I was actually rolling, so I was going somewhere else. I wasn't even paying attention to the load board, but they caught them loads, caught that $200 some for like 7 miles, like from facility to facility. You can't. That's a win right there. So every now and again, you'll catch something with Amazon that, you know, it'll be a nice little winner, but the odds of it happening like back to back like that is slim to none. I used to catch a load that would pop up from Amazon going from Columbia to Charlotte. That was paying $470, y'all. I kid you not. It's only 80 miles, $470. Last minute, it would be a last minute load, and I would catch that thing maybe 2 times a week. Maybe 2 times a week. Every time I saw it, boy, I hit that button super fast. Boom. Hit the button fast, y'all. No, you don't need a Desi, you do not need a CDL to drive a box truck with air ride. No, as long as the gross vehicle weight is under 26,000 pounds. So my box truck, my second truck, has air ride, but it's also the gross vehicle weight is under 26,000 pounds, and I do not have to have a CDL for that truck. Anything over 26,000 pounds of gross vehicle weight, you will need a CDL for it. Yes. Yeah, I feel you, Dub. Dub, for real. It should always be $470. Like, I feel like that the Amazon load should be at that number. They haven't been at that number in a long time. I'm gonna check Dallas, Texas for you right now. Jazz 313, what's good? I see you. Let's check. What did he say? Dallas. Let's check Dallas. Appreciate that super chat too, Desi. Dallas, Texas. No loads for Dallas, Texas right now. No loads for Dallas, Texas. For sure, for sure. I hit that button super fast, like boom, let's do this. I don't care where I'm at, y'all. I'm headed right to grab that truck. 470 bones. So see, those are the lows that I was seeing when I was cutting hair, when I was in the barbershop. I'll be cutting and I look back at the load board and I'm like, yo, 20 something miles. Like if I was in Charlotte, I would see loads coming out of Charlotte going to Fort Mill, like almost $500. Like last minute, like they needed to move it like right now, within like an hour or so. And I kept seeing loads like that, and I'm like, yo, I'm losing money right now. Sitting here, I'm losing money looking at these loads just jump. What part of Connecticut you talking about, Travis? It's definitely work up there in Connecticut. I can tell you that now. I can tell you that without even looking at the load board. There's definitely loads out there. Houston, Texas. Let's do Houston. Houston, Texas. I think I did this. No loads out there. No loads in Houston, Texas. You're welcome. I did Los Angeles already. I did LA already. Fall back digital. You're welcome. Hey, Dub, do you got an iPhone or you got an Android? Because I was trying to look up that mothership. I think it's the mothership load board on Android, and I couldn't find the link. It was bringing up like a blank for me. I couldn't find the link for that. I wanted to see what they look like in this area, just to see if if their numbers made more sense than Amazon. Yeah, no problem, Cisco, for sure. All right. Yeah, I had went to the yeah. Let me see a picture. You got a picture of it or something, or the link. Drop it for me if you can, please. Yeah, I was looking at the mothership. Mothership will work you too now. Oh, that's work. Oh, that's pallet jack lift gate work with mothership. I do know that. Is it mothership, motherload, mothership? I believe it's mothership. Dayton, Ohio. I don't think I did Dayton, Ohio. I did Ohio, but not Dayton. Dayton, Ohio. You're looking at 165 loads are populating around that area. 55 in Deadhead is 48 miles of Deadhead right there. A lot of Tuesday loads popping up. Shout out to everybody on the live right now. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate y'all tapping in. You're welcome, Sam. Travis, which part of Connecticut though? What part of Connecticut you in, Travis? I thought about driving back home. Well, when I get a load up there to Connecticut, next time I do a run, when I go over the road, I'm gonna see what Amazon, man. You in my hometown, man. You in Bridgeport. I'll be up there Thanksgiving. I'm going back home for Thanksgiving for sure. Let me look up the bridge. East End, what's up? Bridgeport. What we got here? All right, let me see. I'm trying to find your post, Dub. Where you sent it to? You put it in the chat? Because it's not showing it. It's not showing it to me. So here we go for Bridgeport. Bridgeport pulling up. New Jersey. Yeah, I don't see it in the chat, Dub. It's not showing it to me in the chat. I see where you said I separated the .com so you can see it. Put it back together and check that link. Yeah, it's not showing. It's not showing. I see one. What's this? Avenel, New Jersey. 31 miles. Got, yeah, like you said, Wallingford. You're gonna have to go to Wallingford. Wallingford gonna bring you back to Stratford though. That's a lot of stops right there, man. $2.64 a mile. No, sir. I'm not doing 5 stops for $249. That's not happening. Dub, if you could email it, if you don't mind emailing it to me, I appreciate it. If you don't mind, I'm gonna put the email right there. I just dropped the email in there, Dub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I tried to look it up yesterday in the App Store. I could not. That thing would not pull up for me. Matter of fact, it was giving me an error message or something weird. Yeah, so that's Bridgeport right there. That's what's coming up for Bridgeport. 270. Y'all see, there's a lot of loads though. 274 loads out that way. 274 loads. Well, I remember the days when the loads used to pop up like this out here. Not no more. They don't pop like no more. It's the Amazon is trash out there in Connecticut. Let's see. Yeah, BPT. Said Peter said Amazon trash out there. Trash out there in the port. So they got too many company drivers. Yeah, they've been cutting them rates, man. They've been cutting them rates. They've been cutting them rates. Amazon really been cutting them rates, man. Listen, they went from all I know is the rates were really good. Amazon went from posting really great loads. Now I ain't gonna say really great loads, but they went from posting decent loads to bundling up all of the loads. All right, I got you, Dub. I'm gonna check it. Appreciate it. They went to bundling up these loads now to one. Well, actually, they've been bundling them up from stops I used to do 1 or 2 stops. Now it's like 4 or 5 stops for less money than what they were paying for 1 stop. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Nah, it's not. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. So every now and again, I'll run an Amazon load. Like, you may catch me. Like, I run into subscribers up there at the facility in Charlotte all the time now. Like, when I do pop up, if you ever see me in Charlotte at the facility loading my truck, I caught a good load. I promise you, I'm not there just running freight. No, I caught a decent load when I come out there, and I do run something with Amazon, because I ain't gonna say over the road spoiled me, but it kind of did. So when I look at freight and I look at loads now, certain numbers that I look for now with Amazon, if I do run it, and a certain amount of stops. So if it's first of all, I'm not doing 3 or 4 stops. That's a no for me. I'll put somebody in the truck if they want to do 3 or 4 stops. They can do that. You know what I'm saying? As long as I make my money and they get paid their hourly rate, and I still make something off of that truck, then that's cool. But I'm not running. No, sir. No, they don't pay you for moving the freight. When you hit that book button, everything in there is already accounted for. So if you load in the truck, just know you're not getting paid extra for loading or unloading that vehicle. And if you get to a post office that does not have a lift, and you have to use your lift gate to get that freight off of there, just know you've already agreed to do that when you hit that book button. You know, no negotiating. God forbid if the post office is closed and you have to talk to the RLC people, and half the time they're clueless. They're clueless. Say, can you take the freight, move, or go to the next stop and drop the freight off? They come again and say, what? Go to the next stop? No, I got to get this off my truck now. Yeah, I'll do 2 stops, but I'm not doing no more than 2 stops. 2 stops, no more than 2 stops. And see, y'all have to deal with tolls up there in the city. A lot of y'all have to deal with tolls too, so it's a difference. It's a different ball game for y'all. Peak season down. When Christmas rolled back around, November, probably like in November, December, more than likely December, peak season to be hitting again because it's Christmas. Yeah, so right around there, December, you know, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna start jumping again. Yeah, you definitely need an easy pass up there. Definitely need that easy pass. Jay West, what's good with you? Ever heard of expedite load board? I don't expedite load board. Expedite load board? I don't think I did. I don't think I've heard of expedite load board. So let me say this. Let me say this while I got everybody on this live right here. If you're running Amazon Freight right now, right? If you're running these loads less than $2, or even some of these rates that are $2, and like as I scroll through here, I see some of these rates $2.06 a mile. You're talking 223 miles away. You got 3 stops, well, technically 2 stops in here. If you do not take these rates, if you don't take these loads and just let them sit on the load board, I promise you the number will increase. Like today's Sunday, these loads right here are showing for Monday. If this load was to sit on this load board, which it's probably not, well, because this load is paying $6.78 a mile right here, right? And this is just one stop. This is going to the one facility to another facility. So something like this right here, I'll probably snatch that up right there. It's only 63 miles. And I'm more than likely, I may not have to unload this. Even if I do have to unload it, I know I'm not going to have to load the truck. I'll just have to unload it if I do unload at one of these facilities. But $6.78 a mile for only 63 miles, I'll take that 431 any day. I'll take that. This is not a bad load right here. Just want y'all to see that. This is not a bad load. It's only 63 miles. But you see here, you got to go 76 miles to go pick it up. So you got to take into account the 76 miles you got to go to snatch it up and drop it off. I would take it though. I would take it. So you got to kind of look at this load board and know which loads is going to make sense to take and which ones just don't make no sense at all. So see, I know when you first get your authority, you get excited, you see the numbers, you just jump on it. You just take the load. But then when you realize how much you had to sweat for that money, you're like, whoa, okay. This was a lot of work. This was a lot of stops. See, I'm not doing all these stops for some of this money. Like, and here's the crazy part is Amazon got the money to pay it. They have the money to pay like the good freight. And they always ask us to take a survey a lot of times at the end of these loads. I always say these loads need to be paying more money. My response is back to them. These loads need to be paying more money. It's a lot more work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. All right, let's see if I got some more questions in here. Appreciate that, Dub. So I do Forex. I do Forex on the side. I do trade. I'm in that market. I'll be on that Forex market though. So I'm tapped in a little bit. I'm tapped in a little bit. I done lost some and made some. You know, that's how I learn. Ooh, diesel is $3.59 on average. In Washington, good Lord. $3.59. Said mothership paying $300 to $450 for their loads. Is that all? Is that a majority of the loads, Doug? That's what, like, how many stops? How many stops is that though? With the he said they corporate thugs. Oh, Amazon definitely thugging. They see what's going on. Amazon know what's going on, so they see a lot of y'all guys getting y'all authority, brand new authority. They like, yes, we got another one. Shoot them that $2, shoot them that $2 a mile with 5 stops on it, and y'all be hitting that button. Like, yeah, I got me a load. I got my first Amazon load. I know you gotta break the ice and get your truck broken in and start running some loads and get the feel of everything. But man, listen, after I realized how much less work I was doing when I went over the road versus Amazon, it's like I said, man, I'm making way more money. Of course, I'm driving further, but I'm doing less work. My main thing is just driving. I'm doing way less work, but getting paid more money. You know, my best week with Amazon was about $3,400. That was my best week with Amazon. That's when the loads was paying me decent, and I was going from facility to facility on 5 of those loads that week. I had booked it out for the following week. They paid me $540 something, and that load brought me from I went to Charlotte. They loaded my truck in Charlotte, and I had to unload it when I got to Hanahan, South Carolina. And that facility is about an hour, 15 minutes away from me, from my house. That drop off was. I ran that 5 times that week. That was my last good week with Amazon. I ran that 5 times, and I had 2 other loads to top out at about $3,400. So good. It was a good week. It was a good week. I didn't have to work that hard, but I wasn't doing all that was daytime stuff. I didn't do no nighttime stuff that week with Amazon. I didn't do no postal routes. All daytime facility work. So if you're in the area and you can catch some of those daytime routes from facility to facility, I think you can do okay as long as the rates are decent. Pay attention to those rates, guys. Pay attention to them. I got a partner right now stuck in Florida right now. He's stuck in Florida right now, running the CH Robinson load, because he ended up in the situation I was in when I went to Maryland. You don't have that bar across the back of your truck, and now they refusing to unload the truck just because you don't have a bar for them to lock the truck in at the dock. It's ridiculous. Oh, OTR is definitely the way to go. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Unless the Amazon facilities in your area or Mothership, I don't know, I haven't tried Mothership yet, but unless the rates are good in your area, or let's say you're posting your truck all week long in your area and it's picking up good rates for you, then you may be able to do okay. But if not, over the road, you should be able to make decent money. You should be able to make decent money. Yeah, I haven't ran no freight from here to like Florida. I haven't ran no freight. Most of the people I know that have ran freight to Florida, they drove back home empty because it was hard to get freight coming back out of Florida. They drove back empty. So I'm not getting caught in that trap. No, sir. I'm not getting caught in that trap. Yeah, so but you could make good money over the road. You definitely can make good money over the road. Definitely can make good money over the road. Yeah, so I mean, I hope I was able to answer some questions for y'all. Wait, 7 to 9 stops. You said 7 to 9 stops, Dub. So 2 things will happen with posted truck. To answer your question, Cisco, and put your question up there. So if you post your truck with Amazon and if they book your truck and you decline it, it's gonna go against your score with Amazon, your acceptance score, right? But if you do a posted truck order and they send you a close match, then they have a load that closely matches your posted truck order, you don't have to take that, and that won't affect your score. But if they do select your box truck and you decline it, yeah, that's gonna hurt you. That's gonna hurt you. If you decline it, it's gonna hurt you. I would not decline it if I were you, especially if you're new. Yeah, so if you're an hour away from Columbia, about an hour and a half from Charlotte, most of your loads that you find are gonna come out of Charlotte. Most of them are gonna come out of Charlotte. Bro, I'm not taking no freight to New York. They can hang that up. No, sir. I'm not moving no freight to NY. No freight to NY for me. I'll go through NY, but I'm not going to NY. No. Yeah, just make sure you picking rates that's good though. That's the key. Those rates are critical. Rates are critical. You know, New York keep a lot of low bridges out there. They keep a lot of low bridges. And hey, listen, y'all make sure y'all invest in a trucker's navigation. A trucker's navigation, not Google Maps. Do not depend on Google Maps. Google Maps will have you running into a low bridge and the whole top of your truck gonna come off. Don't do it. Invest in the trucker's navigation. I use Rand McNally. I paid $300 for my navigation, my trucker's navigation. Rand McNally, and I purchased that from the Love's truck stop. Mike, what's good? Bag life. Yes. I mean, I do the consultations right now. If you check the link in the description, I do the consultations, but I also have I have the course with a way deeper information inside of that course that'll get you up and running very, very strong. Me personally, moving up to a semi, I doubt it very seriously. I doubt it. I'm not gonna rule it out completely, but I doubt it. That's kind of not my thing. That's not my thing. Yeah, I like the Rand. I like the Rand GPS. McNally's pretty cool, strong. Is it raining? Oh my! Ooh, it's crazy out there. I just noticed it was raining outside. Jay West was good. Yeah, so on Poster Truck, I definitely would put $5 a mile up there. Absolutely. I've done it plenty of times, and my truck got booked at $5 a mile. But what I noticed is it picks up in Charlotte for me, and the trips are usually short trips. So when I get excited and I open up the trip, I'm like, man, it's only paying me $150, $160. It's not going that far. So, for sure. Cisco said they're coming out with the update in a week. Oh, for the maps. I called them last week asking them. Yeah. So with those, you can definitely connect. Matter of fact, I got my GPS in here. Let me see. Yeah, so I took my GPS out of the truck when I brought it to the shop. I didn't want my GPS sitting in there. It was quite expensive. So this is the Rand McNally joint that I got. This is $300. You definitely want to have one of these in your truck, y'all. I'm telling y'all now. If you think that Google Maps is going to help you out, especially if you do some over-the-road work, you're in for a rude awakening. You're in for a rude awakening. I was driving down one road following Google Maps, and I'm telling y'all, I almost ran into there was a clearance. The clearance was 11. No, the clearance was 12 feet 1. And my truck is 12. No, yeah, 12.1, and my truck is 12 feet 7. I had to turn around. Listen, I had to turn around. I had to bust a U in somebody's yard and almost like in the middle of traffic. And if a police officer had to come and turn me around, if I had got down to that bridge, I'd have got a big ticket for that. If they had to come and stop traffic to help you avoid that bridge, you get a big ticket for that. Yeah, appreciate that, Airborne. Dewan, I see you. Appreciate that. Is it best to get a 24-foot or 26 truck with a lift gate? So At the time, as of right now, if you can get a 24-foot with a lift gate, I will get it. Depends on which one you could get your hands on first at this moment. If you can get your hands on a 26 with a lift gate, go for it. 24 with the lift gate, you still pretty much get the same work that you would get with a 26-foot. You get the same work. The only thing with a 26-foot, usually when you get like 12 pallets, you have like a little bit of room left on that truck with a 26-footer versus a 24-footer. If you had to move some freight that had 12 pallets, and they're going to be sitting right at your door because of that little 2 more inches of space. So when you close your door, you may be able to squeeze them in, you may not. Just depends on the dimensions of the pallets. So that's just something to something to think about. But if you don't have a full truckload, most times you won't have to worry about that. 24 will work. But I would definitely shoot for 26 if you could, But for Amazon, 24-foot or 26 will work fine. So I have someone that does, Roger, I see you. So I do have someone that's been using my virtual fleet, right? So my virtual fleet, you basically have to bid on the loads on my virtual fleet. So that's about bidding. But if you win the bid, the load is yours. And then they do pretty much focus primarily on cargo vans, box trucks. That's mainly their market, box trucks and cargo vans. But my virtual fleet is not cheap. I think it's like $500. And then it's a monthly fee that you have to pay for that load board. I guess it depends on who you talk to over there too. But I do know someone that uses my virtual fleet. I don't have it. But I don't hear about them booking a lot of freight off of my virtual fleet. Yep. Let me see if I missed anything. 13, Eric, I see your question. I just saw this question. Is 13.65% too much for a startup loan on a box truck? What's good, bro? I'm on this live right now. I'll hit you back shortly. All right. Is 13.65% too much for a startup loan on a box truck? I don't think 13.65% is too bad. I don't think that's bad. Now when you start talking about 19, 20, anything above that in that threshold, it's gonna be that's ridiculous. But 13 is not too bad. So my credit union, their rate was like 12%. 12%. But that's also with 15 to 20% down. You see what I'm saying? But the rate was still 12% because it's a commercial loan. So that's the difference with some of these rates. You're looking at a commercial loan versus a consumer loan. Consumer loans are going to be, the rate will be a lot cheaper, but this is a commercial vehicle. So you may pay a little more, in interest on a commercial vehicle. So 13.65%, I'm going to say that's probably not too bad for a loan on a box truck. My only suggestion would be is if you did decide to go with like a 13.65% interest rate, make sure you double up on that payment. You know what I'm saying? You should be making more than enough to where you can just double up on a rate like that to knock out that interest. That's the key. It's really not the interest rate. It is how much you're paying on that vehicle and the time frame that you have the loan. So if it's 13.65% at like 48 months, 36 months, just depends on how many months you have in there too. I wouldn't go I wouldn't go 60 months. I would do 48. It's probably the max I would do. But even at 48, I would double up on a payment like that. That has an interest rate at 13.65% because you can cut that down. You can cut a lot of that interest out if you were to double up on that payment every month for that, for that loan on that box truck. Hope that helps you there. Yeah, so I'm with Navy Federal, but I didn't even go with Navy Federal for my truck simply because Navy they only did 80 to 85% loan to value. And I didn't, because my credit is so strong, I didn't want to come out of my pocket with nothing, with nada. I didn't want to spend no money out of my pocket to make my purchase. So credit unions are good. Credit unions are good. But there's companies that really specialize in loans for box trucks. I mean, for commercial vehicles, not just box trucks. So I was able to get a better rate from my commercial financing company versus going through my credit union. And I didn't have to put no money down out of my pocket. So I had no money down when I purchased my second truck. But Navy is one of the best credit unions in the country. Shout out to Navy Federal. Shout out to Navy Federal. If you're not with Navy Federal right now, you need to be. You need to find somebody with Navy and get in there for real, ASAP. Navy will change your life. So you rated 16%, but my payment is $530 for 48 months. So if you're rated 16%, I will be paying more than $530. Make sure you doubling up that payment every month. Pay double on that truck, because you definitely will be making the money. If you could pay 3 times of what that payment is on that truck, that 16%, 48 months, you'll knock out that truck in about 2 years. Probably earlier than that if you paid about $1,500 a month on that truck versus paying that $530 that they're asking for. That 16% wouldn't even be a factor. It wouldn't even be a factor. Just pay more than that. You're gonna make the money, so just throw it on that car, throw it on that truck on that truck note. Now they're gonna try to tell you don't got a payment for 6 months, but keep making the payments. Keep making those notes. I promise you, you'll have that truck paid off before you know it. So, hold on 1 second, y'all. Yes, ma'am. I'm on live. Go ahead. I'm listening, but I'm on live. Did you get it? Excuse me? The truck? Huh? What you mean you got it? Oh, my goodness. You serious? What is it? It's just... I don't know. I hear you. And it's raining? It's not raining? It's raining over here. All right. Bye. All righty. So I got to go check on my truck. My other, not my SUV truck. I'm having some issues. My wife said my truck is not starting. Yeah. So yeah, tandem is good. Tandem is good. But I gotta jump off this live, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in. We just got crunk up too. See 56 y'all done tapped in. But if you're just getting on this live, go back in. I gave some good information in this live right here. I'm gonna let this one go up on the channel, but I gotta go get my yeah, but no, what's going on? My daggone the X6 is acting up right now, so I gotta go check on that. But yeah, that was weird. Yeah, Tandem Finance is good. That's who I purchased my second truck through. Tandem Financial. He got it up here in the comments, in the comments box. But yeah, I'm about to bow out, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping into today's live. I've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. We about to be out. Yo, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. You already know what it is. Always hustle, never stop growing. I got to go try to play mechanic real quick. Not really, but yeah, kind of, sort of. Thank goodness for AAA. If y'all don't have AAA for your regular vehicles, make sure you get AAA for situations like this foolishness that I got to go handle real quick. All right. So I'm going to see y'all in a minute, man. Peace out, y'all.